Okay, today we are replacing this HVAC unit. This is a Lennox rooftop heating and cooling unit. So today we will be removing this unit and we'll be putting in another new unit. So I'm just showing you this is how it is, and I'm going to give you step procedures on what to do if you are to replace your HVAC unit. So coming back, this is the back of the unit. Okay, just want to show you the back of the unit, and here is my return. This is my return, and here is my supply. So you're going to have to mark here as your arrow as your return, and here as your supply. So just assume that that place is your supply. Okay, so take note of that, and when it's time to replace, I will walk you through the step procedures in replacing this unit. Thank you. Okay, so we'll be disconnecting first the gas line, and then also we'll have to check and see where our electrical, and see if we have power. And if we have power, we're going to have to go and turn it off from the main. Okay, and we'll have to check back again to ensure there is no power before doing anything. Okay, so I'm going to test and see if I have power. So here's my line coming. You can see I have a 354 volt, and then the second line, 356, and the third line, 355. So you can see I have power coming, and I'm going to have to turn it off from the main before we can proceed. Okay, so thanks. Okay, so we have successfully turned off the power line. So we're going to have to disconnect the gas line and then recover our freon from the refrigerant. So I will take you through how this is done. Okay, so here is my low voltage wiring connection. Please try as much as possible to take a picture and see how the low voltage is connected. Please, very important. So when you are trying to hook up your unit, it won't take you much time to really connect it back. But if you didn't take proper information, then you might find it difficult really trying to figure out where this low voltage are coming from. So thank you. Okay, so far we have successfully disconnected the gas line. The electrical is all taken off, and then we recover the freon. But something I want to point out to my viewer. Okay, so again, before I do that, here is a tag where it's going to be told. I have 1, 2, 3, and this is 4. So something I want to point out here is that something I want to point out here is that on the supply, some installers, they kind of strap your supply line to your HVAC unit on the curb here. So you want to make sure it is not screwed down here, and then if it is screwed, then you have to unscrew it. So same is applicable to the return. So you want to make sure it's not strapped to your return duct. Okay, so if you're going to be towing, if the crane is going to be lifting it up, if you're not sure, so please make sure the crane lifts it up slowly. So after about 6 inches or 3 to 4 inches height, you can recheck again to make sure it is not there's no screw, or it's not pulling your supply duct or your return duct. So very important. Again, this is to target and to tow it off. So they are all in here now. So I'll keep you updated. So I just want to show to you my shackle is well installed. Please take note, be careful, make sure it is properly screwed in. So all the shackles are all installed. So I'm going to have to command the crane guy to go up slowly. Okay, so I will keep you updated. Okay, so my crane guy is taking up the unit slowly. You see.
about going?
Yeah, keep going just a little bit. Okay, and that's okay, that's okay, that's okay. Thank you. Yeah, hold on one sec.
Okay.
Okay, so you cannot see, you can see that I don't have any wire strapping, only the low voltage, so I'm going to reroute my low voltage to make sure it is okay. You can see the unit is, you can see the low voltage in here now, and there's the duct is not connected, so I'm going to have to disconnect my low voltage and we should be okay. So it is all yours, so just take it away. Thank you. So here's my unit. Okay, so you can see this is how the duct is connected. So I'm going to have to make sure everything is okay. And here on this unit, we'll be putting in a roof curb adapter. The reason is that the older unit is an older version. You can't really get the style, the design, even if it is Lennox or so. The fact that we are coming up with a new one, so we have to put in a roof curb adapter. Remember, earlier on I told you this is my supply and that is my return. So make sure when your unit is coming, make sure they kind of line up with that. So take note of that. Okay, please try to secure your low voltage. If this low voltage fall back in, you will have to spend more time trying to recover the low voltage. So you don't want anything that will delay your time or that will you're not able to complete this job on time. So make sure you secure things really properly. Okay, very important. Thank you. So I just want to check around my unit to make sure there is no dent or no damage to the new unit. So this is my new unit, and here is the old unit I just removed. So I'm gonna really look properly to make sure it is not dented. And if it is dented, better to report it back to the sales company, but in this case this is Daikin. Okay, so you see this is the old unit, and here again is the new unit. Okay, all right. Okay, so here's my curb adapter. So it's coming down, so I'm gonna have to direct the crane to bring it lower. Okay, so you can see my curb adapter is installed. Okay, so like I said, here is my return. Okay, here's my return, and here is my supply. Okay, and then the new unit coming, the supply is already adapted here, and here is the return to that new unit. So you can see the curb adapter is sitting on the roof curb. So now the next thing is that we're going to have to insulate it with my insulation so that it will not make the air to leak. And then we just want to make sure we do it up to code and standard. Okay, so please, if you're watching this so far, please subscribe to this channel, and thank you. Okay, so you can see my rooftop unit on the crane is coming down, and with the curb adapter. So just take a look. Okay, make sure it is properly strapped, and check your shackle, make sure it's all okay. So now I'm going to have to take off this screw here. Okay, here's a wooden screw from the factory. So we're going to have to unscrew this, and unscrew this, just a bracket. So we want to make sure we take that out. Sometimes they could also cover the supply and the return. So you make sure you want to take all of that out. Okay, so again, keep watching. We'll keep you going. Okay, thank you. All right, just a point I want to point out here. This is my supply and this is my return. Okay, supply here and my return. And this supply is going to come in here, and this is the return. So all of this, they are all return. All of this area goes in here. if you made a mistake and you put the supply here, if you make the supply here and your return goes there, you will be called back. You will have a problem. You will not be able to have enough heat. So therefore, please make sure you watch carefully where your supply goes. Your supply is very, very important. You don't want your supply to be flipped around again to return. If you made a mistake and the crane is gone, for the crane to come back again and reset up, that is going to be a lot of problem. So please be careful, okay? If you have any question, please put it down below and I will respond. Please drop down slowly, slowly. You see my unit is coming down. It's going to fit into that curb adapter. Okay, so I'm going to just support it. Okay, please don't put your hand inside. Be careful. If you keep your hand inside, you will get snapped. Okay, you can see. Yeah. Yeah. That's it. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. All right. Come down lower. Yeah. Just come down lower to drop it. Very good. That's fine. Thank you. Okay. So you can see the unit is now up on the roof. You can see. I'm going to show it to you a bit more. Okay. You see. I'll come back to you now. Hold on. So you can see. All right, you can see really fitted in with the curb adapter and the unit all put in. So we are going to have to disconnect the wire. We're going to disconnect or unscrap all of this, and we should get going connecting. Thanks for watching. Okay, so while my hose is being hosted slowly, be careful. You don't want to flip around to destroy your HVAC unit. So please make sure you are very careful doing it, okay? Yeah, just keep going, please. Thank you. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to update you to what we have done so far. So my electrical is already hooked up, okay? Came down here and then up to this point here. So the electrical is hooked up, and again here is my low voltage wiring comes in here, and then it's connected to the low voltage circuit here. So my gas line is hooked up. Gas line is hooked up, so when I'm going to turn it on, I'm just going to swap it to on here. So here's my on off. So usually it comes off from the factory, so I'm going to turn it on. I will have also checked for leak. There was no leak. So when I turn the unit on back to power, I'm going to fire my heating first. So this is very important. Even though it is summer, I still have to fire the heating. The reason is that if I don't fire it and I just turn on the AC and I go away, when it comes to heating, the customer is going to turn it on, and when the customer turn it on, behold, he's going to get a smoke alarm, and when he gets a smoke alarm, then he's going to call the city. The city is going to come, or he's going to call 911, whatever way he called. So they're going to come and they will check. Oh, the problem was that the installer did not fire it. That's why there was a smoke. And the installer might be charged for making the 911 coming out to do something that is not really a good relevant call. So what I'm going to do, because it's already customer business is still going on, we don't want to just turn on the heat and throw the heat, also the smoke, because when the manufacturer make this machine, they always coat this heat exchanger with oil. So when it starts, you're going to get fumes. Fumes is going to come out. So we don't want that fume to go into my cooling space or heating space. So the cover that I took out from here, I'm just going to put it in here when I'm going to try my heating. Okay, so I'm going to just put it in here. Okay, so the essence of me doing this is to make sure that the smoke, the fume, does not go to the cooling or heating space. So in that way, it's going to be vented to the outdoor, and it's going to just, we're going to burn it for about 30 to 45 minutes. And after which, while we're doing that, we're going to have to check rotation. Okay, my blower rotation is very important. Remember, this is 575 volt appliance. Okay, 575 volt appliance. So rotation is very important. You don't want the rotation to go the other way. So we're going to have to check the rotation here. And when the rotation comes out well, it's going to really exhaust the fume out. But when the rotation is not right, you're not going to see much of the fume coming out. So you want to check the rotation, and while that is going on, you're going to just make sure you check all aspects of the unit, takes amps reading, and after which you can also swap it back to the cooling. And then when you hook up the cooling, then I will take it from there. Once that heating checkup is completed, I will let you know what the inspection of the cooling as well. Okay, so my unit is turned on. I'm not asking for heat, but again, my blower motor comes on. It just run for about 10 seconds. The blower motor shut off. Okay. This is the functions of how Daikin this is just the procedures of their unit. They just want that first initial kick in. So I just turn on my my heat, like I said. Okay, so my vent motor kick in. I can hear my spark, and you can see my flames comes on. Okay, so my flames comes on. That's fine. I'm gonna check in a few seconds, so I can see there's much air coming out. Okay, so I think my rotation is good. This is number one option to tell me that yes, my rotation is okay, my wiring sounds okay, but I'm still gonna confirm it again when my compressor kicks in, when I see how my compressor really works. So I can see the arrow here, see the rotation here. You can see the rotation is going down, and you can see my blower wheel is spinning going down. So it means my blower motor, the speed or the wiring is okay. So it's getting proper power coming in. So again, my heat is still coming on. When I put my hand here now, it's really very warm, very warm. So I'm going to allow that to happen. I'm going to allow that to go on for like up to 15 minutes. And that way the fumes, okay, the fumes on this heat exchanger is going to really burn out. Again, like I said, if you don't burn it out when it comes to winter, and you turn on your heating system, you turn it on, then you're going to get this fume coming to the heating space, and your smoke alarm will trip on. When they trip on, then you're going to get 911 coming, because the customer is going to be scared and say, oh, it sounds like there's a fire in my building. Only for the 911 to come in and say, oh, it's as a result of equipment not really properly set up. Like I said, the installer will be fined for that call that was not supposed to be made. So while that is going on, we'll be doing other checking, other inspections, taking amps reading, taking voltage reading, compared to the nameplate. Okay, so I'll tell you what the nameplate is here. Tell you. So here is it. This is a Daikin comfort technology. Okay, so we're going to compare our motor amps reading and compare it with whatever is in here. Well, if you have any question, please feel free, put it down below and we will respond. Please subscribe to this channel. You're going to get more and more of what we do. Thanks. Okay, so I will be switching to my cooling, the air condition. But right now, when I put in my gauge, I have 292 on the low side. This unit is R32 Freon. So that is the Freon that was used on this unit. So a newer Freon. So I'm going to just turn it on, and we see, and then we're going to take the amps reading of the compressor compared to the nameplate. Make sure everything is working fine. Okay, so my compressor kicked in, and when I turn on the compressor, there was a time delay on this unit. You can see the control board there, and here is another control board. So a 3-minute time delay signified here said compressor output delay. So compressor did kick in, and my pressure has dropped so far in less than a minute, 116. So I'm going to take my amps reading. Okay, so here is my amps reading. I have 3.86, 3.84, just fluctuating between 3.8 to 3.4. Okay, so on one of the leads. So I'm going to try that for the next lead. So say I have same on the second one. We're going to try the third one. Okay, so the third one just step up, say 4.1. Okay, so going back to my this is what specified here. It said 6.4. So this unit is really responding fine. The amps reading is really good, so it means the unit is really responding really good. So this unit is okay. So we're going to completely assemble the unit, and then we'll give it a final run test, and we'll let you know how the system works. So please, if you have observed it this far, please subscribe to HVAC Mechanical System. We will really appreciate that, and thanks for watching. So I just want to let you know that this unit is completed. Like you can see, the gas line is painted, and we have done cleaning. The unit is running. Air conditioning, this is air conditioning season. Your air conditioner is running. You can see my fan is working. So this unit is okay. I want to thank you so far for staying that much. But if you have any question, please put it down below. We'll be glad to respond. Thanks for watching. Again, it's your responsibility to do. It's your responsibility to do cleaning. Thank you.